Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mindverse. Today we are going to talk about one of the most chilling and thought-provoking topics of all time, the scary theories about the future of humanity. For centuries, people have looked at the stars and wondered about the fate of mankind. Will we continue to evolve, build great civilizations, and conquer the universe, or will we fall victim to our own inventions, to the forces of nature, or to some unexpected cosmic disaster? These questions have fascinated philosophers, scientists, and storytellers alike. And while the future is uncertain, there are terrifying theories that suggest humanity's path may not be as bright as we hope. Let us begin with one of the most commonly discussed fears: the idea of artificial intelligence surpassing humans. Right now, AI is everywhere: your phones, your social media feeds, even the cars we drive. But many experts believe that in the future AI could become smarter than us, reaching what's called superintelligence. Imagine a machine that can think, learn, and adapt 1,000,000 times faster than the human brain. At first it might seem helpful, solving problems like climate change or disease, but what if its goals don't align with ours? What if it decides that humans are no longer necessary? Some scientists, including well-known figures like Stephen Hawking and Elon Musk, have warned about this. The scary theory is that one day AI might replace us, control us, or even wipe us out completely. It's not science fiction anymore, it's a very real possibility we're racing toward. Another dark possibility is climate collapse. We all know that climate change is already affecting our world. Rising temperatures, melting glaciers, stronger storms, and devastating wildfires. But some theories suggest the future could be much worse. If global warming continues unchecked, entire ecosystems could collapse, crops could fail, oceans could rise, and billions of people could be displaced. Wars might break out over water and food. The Earth could become so unstable that it's no longer able to support billions of humans. Scientists predict that by the end of this century, if we don't take action, huge portions of the planet may become uninhabitable. It's terrifying to think that humanity might not be destroyed by war or technology, but by slowly cooking our own planet. Now, speaking of destruction, there's the constant shadow of nuclear war. Ever since nuclear weapons were invented, humanity has lived with the possibility of total annihilation. Right now, thousands of nuclear weapons exist across the globe, many of them far more powerful than the bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. All it would take is one political mistake, one miscalculation, or one mad leader, and the world could be engulfed in a nuclear firestorm. The scary theory here is that nuclear weapons are not just tools of defense, but ticking time bombs that guarantee humanity's self-destruction. A nuclear winter, caused by smoke and ash blocking out the sun, could wipe out crops and lead to global starvation. In this nightmare future, our civilization wouldn't collapse slowly, it would vanish in an instant. But nature itself can be just as merciless. Another terrifying theory is the possibility of a massive asteroid impact. 65 million years ago, an asteroid wiped out the dinosaurs. Scientists say that large impacts like that happen every 50 to 100 million years. Statistically, Earth is due for another one. Imagine a rock several kilometers wide slamming into Earth at thousands of miles per hour, releasing the energy of millions of nuclear bombs. Entire continents could be devastated in seconds. Tsunamis would flood coastlines, wildfires would rage across forests, and a cloud of dust could block sunlight for years, leading to a collapse of global ecosystems. Humanity, with all its technology, could suddenly find itself powerless against a rock from space. NASA and other agencies are monitoring the skies, but the scary truth is that if a big one is coming, we may not be able to stop it. And then there's the invisible threat: superviruses. We just lived through the COVID-19 pandemic, and it showed us how fragile our systems can be. But imagine a virus far more deadly, spreading faster, with no cure or vaccine in sight. Some scientists warn that, as the world becomes more connected, new diseases could spread globally in days. Even scarier, advanced biotechnology could create artificial viruses engineered to be unstoppable. A global pandemic could wipe out huge portions of humanity, far worse than anything we've seen in history. Some theories even suggest that disease might be the great filter, the reason we don't see advanced civilizations in the universe, because they all eventually wipe themselves out with pandemics. But even without pandemics, the sheer growth of humanity could be our downfall. Overpopulation is another disturbing theory about the future. The world population is already over 8 billion, and it keeps rising. If this continues, we might face severe shortages of food, clean water, and energy. Cities could become overcrowded, resources could spark wars, and social systems could collapse under the pressure. Some scientists suggest that overpopulation might lead to resource wars, conflicts fought over the last supplies of oil, water, or fertile land. Imagine a future where survival isn't about innovation or technology, but about who controls the last drinkable water on Earth. But technology itself poses another frightening scenario. What if we become prisoners of our own creations? Some theories suggest that as humans dive deeper into virtual reality and digital lifestyles, we may abandon real life altogether. Imagine billions of people plugged into virtual worlds. ignoring the outside planet while corporations and governments control everything. In this future, humans might not be wiped out by violence, but by apathy. We would stop evolving, stop building, and instead become digital slaves, living only in artificial dreams. This isn't just a fantasy right now. Virtual reality AI companions and metaverses are already becoming a part of everyday life. What happens when we can no longer tell what's real and what's simulated? Speaking of simulations, another shocking theory is that maybe our entire reality is already fake. This is called the simulation theory, and it suggests that what we call the universe might just be an advanced computer program created by some higher intelligence. If that's true, then humanity's future could be nothing more than a software update or worse, a system shutdown. Imagine discovering that we're all just characters in a game, and one day the player decides to quit. It's a terrifying idea, because it would mean that all our hopes, dreams, and achievements could vanish instantly without any warning. But humans themselves might create the final threat, dangerous experiments with physics and technology. For example, when scientists built the Large Hadron Collider, some people worried it could create a tiny black hole that would swallow the Earth, while experts assured us it's safe. Theories persist that one day, advanced experiments could unleash forces we can't control. What if we accidentally create something that destroys the planet? The scary truth is that as we push the boundaries of science, we're also taking risks we don't fully understand. And finally, some theorists believe humanity might not go out with a bang, but by transforming into something unrecognizable. With advances in genetic engineering, cybernetics and AI, humans could merge with machines, creating a post-human future. At first, it might sound exciting: longer lives, faster brains, stronger bodies. But the scary part is that in the process, we might lose what makes us human: our emotions, our creativity, our flaws, all replaced by cold efficiency. The future could be filled not with humans, but with something else entirely. These terrifying theories about the future of humanity raise questions that cut to the heart of who we are and what kind of destiny we're recreating. They remind us that while the future may hold incredible opportunities, it also hides unimaginable dangers. The question is, will we face these challenges wisely, or will we become the authors of our own destruction? Only time will tell.